There's a stretch of the American West Coast that doesn't really behave like the rest of the country. It doesn't feel fully coastal, and it doesn't feel fully American in the way most people imagine either. They even gave it a name once, the State of Jefferson, a proposed breakaway region stretching across southern Oregon and northern California, built on the idea that this part of the country has been overlooked, misunderstood, and governed from far-off cities that don't really understand it.
There was even a failed referendum for it just a few years ago.
But the more I learned about it, I started to wonder whether the movement itself was actually the story. Because the more I looked into this region, the more I kept running into the same theme: independence. A place where people seem to put a lot of faith in themselves and not much in anyone else. And I wanted to know what that actually creates. A freer place?
We're kind of similar to each other, so culturally and like geographically it makes sense to be like our own independent state.
Or a more fragmented one?
If you have 600 houseless people.
Our gas bill is getting closer to about $3,000 a month.
Just leave me alone.
So I visited to find out what it feels like on the ground and learn what the people who live here actually have to say.
You kind of never know what you're going to find on the side of an American country road, really.
After spending a few days in the nearby high desert of Oregon, it was time to drive south, right into the heart of it all. But first, I needed to fill up the tank.
495, well, 495.9, so basically 496 over here in central Oregon. I fear the prices are just going to be going up as we get towards California. Was the price lower last week? Has it just been like up and up?
Actually, it was, last week it was $5.99, or $4.99.
Ah, okay, so it's been down a bit now. Ah, cool.
10 cents, and then went up 5 cents.
Ah, okay, but like 2-3 months ago it was like $4.50 or something? No wave like that. All right. Have a good day, sir. Thank you. I hadn't realized until 2023, Oregon was actually one of the states where you weren't allowed to pump your own gas. So that guy I just saw was a gas station attendant, but now it's like optional. If you want to pump your own, you can, but the attendant is happy to do it for you too. But honestly, all I'd been hearing the weeks before I started this trip was that gas prices are way up due to the Strait of Hormuz being blocked on and off. So it was kind of surprising to find out that actually last week gas here was a little bit more expensive than this week. So let's get back on the road and see what this part of the country is like.
In a matter of minutes, we'd left the last small town behind. Out here, distance stops feeling measured and starts feeling absolute. To understand this region, you have to understand its isolation. Soon our cell service disappeared and the landscape opened into endless wilderness.
It's actually snowing on and off and it's like really cold here. Pretty close to 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
But isolation in America rarely lasts forever. Eventually, the wilderness gave way to something unexpected. Medford, a full city in the middle of all the vastness. We were hungry, low on time, and traveling on a small budget, so we stopped for something simple.
Over here, when you get close to California, they've got In-N-Out burgers. Double, animal style. Can you do medium rare or? Yeah, all right, let's do that.
Well done.
More like medium rare. A little red.
Double, medium rare, please. Medium well.
That's okay.
94?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
After the quick meal, Medford felt different. Driving through, it didn't seem busy like any kind of city I know, just kind of paused, like a place that had finished its day early. So we called it a night and woke up to something even stranger.
Sunny day.
A motel beside a cannabis convenience store that seemed to operate like it had just always been there.
I don't think anyone's in there. This town is just called Rogue River. I suppose named after the river. Hey, morning. Is it okay if I have my camera rolling in here, or? Have a good day. Okay, understandably they don't like having anything recorded at the local newspaper.
And as we walked under its old bridge, it became clear we needed to keep driving a little bit. But just a few minutes down the road, things began to shift again. This is Grants Pass.
Hi. How are you today?
Good. Are you guys local?
No, not at all. It's our first time ever here.
So are you guys looking for things to do in town?
We are, yeah. One area of interest is I've just never been to this part of Southern Oregon and also Northern California. And there's like this interesting history. There's like the State of Jefferson. People feel a little different than the other parts of the state. So I'm looking for people to ask about that.
I don't know. Who would he ask about the State of Jefferson? That's more Northern California.
More Northern California.
State of Jefferson is California and Southern Oregon. It's never come to fruition.
I guess my interest is like, how do local people actually feel about it? Is that really a thing even, or is it just kind of like, there were some people out there.
And that's about it.
There's people that are fanatical about it.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it.
We're just, passing through Grants Pass. We stayed the night in Rogue River. We keep saying Rouge River. I don't know why. We think we're in Canada or something.
You said you were headed to the coast,
Yeah,
down
that's
California, or
exactly.
up Oregon?
So we're headed straight to Crescent City. Is that the first Dutch Bros coffee right next to you?
Yes. Well, it actually was a coffee cart. They took it home every night and brought it back. But
Cool.
that's where they started, right there.
So what was the deal about the caveman here in the south?
Right. That's a good question.
Because you mentioned-
Well, we have the Oregon Caves.
Okay.
And so that's where the caveman came from. The high school, that's their mascot. We have the JCs, and they are a service group here in town.
Yeah.
And they, at our parades and everything, they dress up like cavemen, and they have a big jail that they tote behind a truck, and
Oh my
they
gosh.
grab people from the crowd and put them in jail, and you have to get someone to bail you out, make a
Okay.
donation to bail you out. It's a lot of fun. It's just good fun.
Does California feel a lot different than Oregon when you cross the border to you? Or
Oh, it's like this. It's like an alien comes down and encompasses you.
it's that different?
No,
Californian aliens?
no, it's I mean, the California coast is a little different, but not
Yeah.
so much up north. I don't know. I don't think there's any difference in the way it
Okay.
feels. Yeah.
All right.
You guys have a great day.
Have a great day.
Thanks for coming in.
See ya. Dutch Bros Coffee, the original one behind me. Just passed by the Welcome Center here. Let's take a walk around and see what it feels like in this part of Oregon.
I didn't end up getting that much information on the whole State of Jefferson thing at the Welcome Center, but I planned on pressing more locals about it later.
Just 2 minutes walking and it's already our first caveman sighting.
As we made our way past an old Victorian building, I found myself wondering how that independent frontier mindset actually shows up in the everyday workplaces here. So when I saw the glass forge down the street, I decided to go in.
All right. Go ahead, sir. Have a good day. Have a great day. Thanks.
This is one of the owners, Lee. He doesn't know it yet, but his master glassblowing is about to show us exactly how that independent spirit of this region takes raw chaos and shapes it entirely by hand.
Oh, wow, check this out. This is an active glass blowing workshop back here. I've never been to a place like this. Can I come closer? Or? Yeah? Okay.
On other times, if we're busy, then it's not necessarily a good idea. But if we burn you, just don't hold it against you.
Oh, I won't. I mean, that's my fault. I came closer.
And now I'm just getting this warmer,
Yeah.
so that the glass will stick to it. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Where the big pot is,
Right.
that dark rim is the pot, and then about 5 inches, 6 inches down, it changes color slightly.
Okay.
That's the level of the glass down there.
Yeah.
When I'm going to go in, kind of like getting honey on your knife.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
So it's a little bit,
Whoa. That's 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
2,000 degrees. So this is powdered color.
Okay. So you can layer that on the glass as it's hot?
And this is just white. So this white. That's right. We'll heat that up until that surface gets hot again. We can stick more color to it. You'll notice the color changes color. So until it's like room temperature, for the most part, this won't look like the color it is.
Wow. What are you making right now?
These pieces.
Okay. Would you just call these ovens, or is there a better word? Kiln?
The one with the glass thing would be a furnace.
Furnace, okay.
The ones on either side are warming ovens.
Yeah. Warming ovens, okay. How long have you been doing this for?
So I first got exposed to glass in 89.
Oh, okay.
Worked down in the Bay Area for 4 years, and then this place in
Yeah.
98.
Nearly 35 years, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't like acting up too much.
So are you from California originally, or?
Yes. born in Lodi, and then I grew up in Northern California, 60 miles north. Basically putting lines in it right now, so it's kind of wherever those grooves are, it condenses the color in those little grooves when they fit shut.
It's pretty amazing to see.
So now, just smooth it all together. If I went in and got another layer of clear glass over the top of this, all those grooves would trap air bubbles because the glass is too viscous to flow into all the nooks and crannies.
That's how you kind of guarantee no bubbles.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's a guarantee or not. That's how we reduce the amount of bubbles. Or we could increase the amount of bubbles that way too. So I just put a little bit of air in there. And I'm just going to get a little bit of bubble in there. So if we wanted a whole bunch of bubbles, sometimes we'll use something like this. Push the outside of the glass on there, it creates a whole bunch of little indentations.
Okay.
And then when we gather glass over that, it traps a whole bunch of little bubbles in there.
Is that just a different style of glass blowing?
Different design.
This is again.
Oh, that's just the cold water with the glass, I guess.
One way of reducing the amount of glass that you might need or want on the end of the flow pipe.
So this is just the constant process in and out and then shaping and in again?
As it cools, it gets harder to move.
Okay.
As it gets closer and closer to about 1,000 degrees, it stops moving on you, and you can't shape it anymore. So basically, we use the ovens to continually make it malleable.
Wow.
Sometimes we'll have somebody else sitting here
Okay.
for us.
Gotcha.
And I kind of see that green start showing up a little bit.
There's no yellow in there, right? It's just like orange. Okay, orange and green.
White, brown, and green.
Ah, there's no orange. It just looks orange now. Okay.
So the orange you see is the heat. I kind of say if you were over 2,000 degrees, you wouldn't be the color you are either.
No, I don't think so.
So I'm working on the top. Got the top pretty well shaped. Now I'm going to start working on the bottom a little bit.
Okay.
Making it just a hair long. In this case, we're going to swing it a little bit using
Okay.
gravity and centrifugal force.
Oh, wow.
Didn't want to move too much.
Do you ever get people that were in a color guard?
I was a drum major in high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. I was in the marching band, drum line. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can do this.
No, I'm less confident watching now.
Pretty much got it all shaped up the way. The force is gonna bring me a little bit of clear glass. It wouldn't stand super great like this.
No.
So we're gonna put a foot on it. This is hot enough that it'll fuse right to it.
Oh my.
Manipulate it. Better profile using the other. Now we're pretty much done with the bottom of 2/3.
Yeah.
We're going to turn it around and put it on the end of that box. That's going to become the new handle.
Gotcha.
And we break it off here so we can start working on the open end. That's what that little bit of glass is for that.
Okay, for the handle.
So meanwhile, we got to make sure it sticks well enough not to come off
Wow, so beautiful.
at first, but will come off later at the end.
I mean, it's amazing how you just did that by hand.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like.
Meanwhile, you've got to keep it hot enough, because if it falls too much below 1,000, it'll start breaking and cracking. If it gets too hot, it'll change shape dramatically.
It's a constant battle with time then.
Yes. A little bit of water up here. Where's the open end on this side?
Okay.
And the head of the pipe there.
Yeah. Wow.
See the little cracks that the water caused, so it just kind of influences it to crack it a little more. Now we'll start heating up the top end. We're going to put a little black glass right around that rim to kind of give it an accent. The glass just sticks right to it. Stretches right around it.
Amazing. Changed color so fast.
Yep. So you can see that starting to turn black. So that's a little bit of black glass. Now heat that in just enough so it's all continuous.
Yeah. About how many products do you make per day?
If we're doing our bigger items, we might do 10 to 15. If we do some of the smaller things like ornaments, we might do 15 to 20 an hour.
So vases would be kind of a bigger thing, right?
Yes, this is a smaller vase, so that was about 15 minutes
Okay.
while you've been here.
Yeah,
That's pretty much done.
it's beautiful.
So now we'll put it away into the oven over here to cool it slowly. If it doesn't cool slowly, then it'll break. Try to equalize the heat as much as possible before it goes away. And then it'll sit in there until we're done for the day at about 900 degrees. Broke off of that rod, so just kind of fire polish it so it's not sharp down there.
And then it goes in.
And it goes in here.
Yeah, that's everything you've been working on today.
Those are some pumpkins.
Oh, cool.
Over
Okay.
on this side, some of the larger pieces that we've done.
Okay. Beautiful.
Pumpkins and ornaments probably sell most of
Yeah.
quantity-wise.
Right.
We have probably 150 to 200 galleries and gift shops across the country that we deal with on a regular.
Oh, okay. You sell online then too. That's like the regular orders.
And we have some catalog companies that sell for us as well.
Nice.
So it's kind of,
Okay. So you're basically everywhere in the U.S.
we try to have a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak.
Yeah. Do you sell stuff abroad as well or ship abroad?
We do ship abroad more than we sell on a regular basis. If you look, well, that's not where we ship things, but in the front, we can put a pin in the map for you. But
Yeah.
there's a map where we have a lot of different customers.
Oh, let's do that. Okay.
Let me turn these off.
Okay. All right.
Lunchtime, so we're
Okay. It's the time now. 12:08. What time do you all start in the morning usually? Well, 9 a.m.?
about 8.
8? Oh, okay.
We're here by 8. Start shutting things down at around 4:30, depending on the oven.
Okay.
We'll go into this oven tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So this one's off right now, but tomorrow it'll be 900, and we'll be putting pieces in here while we wait for that one to
Yeah.
be cool enough to take out. So here's some pins.
Oh, this is the pin.
Over
Yeah.
here. So this is these are all new this year. We take them down every year. So
You get that many visitors.
we do actually. We get almost every year. We'll get somebody from every state. Yeah, slow start this year. Looks like maybe.
I mean, you got most of the states already.
The state's actually represented. That's true, and it's not even summertime. Summertime's a busier time for us.
Okay.
Tourists and traffic and that kind of stuff.
Does it get a little bit boiling here though sometimes?
It gets a little warm.
Yeah.
It's better to come in the morning during the summer versus afternoon. More fans, more sweat.
Electric bill goes up.
Yes.
How is that though?
So our gas bill is getting closer to about $3,000 a month. Electricity is probably close to $1,000 a month.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to put a pin
All right, let's do it.
in there.
To Berlin.
Oh, you're right in Berlin?
Yeah.
East Berlin or West Berlin?
It would be east. It used to be part of the other side of the
Yes.
Soviet, the
Yeah.
Iron Curtain. Yeah.
I was over there probably 3 years after it, maybe 4 years.
In Berlin.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did you kind of cross between where the
Yeah,
wall
it was open at that point.
Right.
Went to the Berlin Zoo for fun.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice talking to you. Hope you have safe travels the rest of your way.
Thanks so much. Take care. Oh man, this place is really beautiful, isn't it? So there you have it in action, a little bit of glass blowing. I had never seen that in my life. Super fascinating. And a pleasure to meet one of the owners. And right in the middle of the town here, there are some wild poppies, yellow ones.
California poppy.
These are called California poppies. And pretty much the second you're off of the few main streets, it starts to feel like you're back in the countryside, really. Except once you turn a corner, they've got a thrift shop. That doesn't feel like the countryside. But I always find that these are a good place to get a feeling of the area you're in, just because, you know, whoever lives around here ends up putting their stuff in here at some point. Is it okay if I have my camera recording at different times when we're...
I guess. I'd
Okay.
appreciate if you not record me.
Yeah, yes sir. No
Okay.
problem.
Becoming from the Bay Area,
Yeah.
the houseless people is
Right.
extraordinarily grotesque.
There's a lot of that there, right?
There's so much. There's
Like per
thousands,
capita, it's like-
10,000, yeah. And here, there's 600.
In this town? No.
Yeah.
Just in Grand
So that to me is nothing.
But that's per capita. That's a lot of people.
But so it's like it's just like race and culture. Every race, every culture has a accordion file, and there's all different kinds of people because different experiences, different backgrounds, different
for sure,
whatever, and that makes it a humanity. And so if you have 600 houseless people, they're also in those categories.
You can't generalize people.
There's going to be let's say a quarter of those that can be helped into working and get help on the working poor because rents are crazy.
Everybody's a paycheck away from being homeless.
Exactly, and then you have those people right here
on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the other side, you have the ones that are mentally ill because they've learned to cope with their houselessness. You don't think about them when it's like nice like this.
Yeah.
But when it's 105 or when it's freezing.
Yeah.
You're
based in Grants Pass now, right? Have you lived here a long time then?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
I still love it.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh.
$4.
All right, I got you. Does that work with Apple Pay actually?
It does.
Okay, we do that. All right.
Would you like a receipt?
No, sir. That's okay.
Then you guys are good to go.
What was your name, brother? Sorry.
Sam.
Sam. David. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Safe travels.
Thanks so much. Take care.
At the time, we had no clue that our $4 had just gone to support a controversial religious shelter down the street. It's the large white building with the cross on it up on the left.
I'm just walking around here. I mean, like I said, it does feel like you're almost in the countryside, inside of the city here. Lots of green space too, though. Park right there.
But parks like this are the literal epicenter of Grants Pass v. Johnson, a landmark Supreme Court case that gave the city the right to ban public camping and fine people, basically for being homeless.
Is this what you expected small town America to be like in Oregon? No.
My surprise.
But we've made our way back to the main street. So much art going on here. For some reason, "It's the climate" is like a local slogan. I forgot to ask anybody what that actually means. I just read it online. Some new stuff being built here. And this main street is South 6th Street, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of a walk here. But as I looked right down here on South 8th Street, there's like a very old looking theater. It's cool to see a Art Deco building like that in the middle of a Western American town. It feels quintessential. And here it says it's a non-profit venue actually. But getting back here on the main street, a huge industry, and sometimes the only industry even, is cannabis. There's another cannabis shop right on the main strip. I don't know if I'd want to drive in a car with a motor like that. It'd be vibrating the whole time.
Just across the street, you've got a pharmacy and soda fountain that's been there since the 1930s.
No, it's really a pharmacy still. And right back here, parked next to the original Dutch Bros Coffee. But now that we've got an idea of Grants Pass, it's time to head towards the coast into more rural areas just to see what that's like.
This same street where we were just walking takes you right out of town and into the countryside. And after seeing who was driving through, we were honestly wondering what we'd find further down that road. Before we could even clear the city limits, we passed this, a giant towering caveman statue guarding the asphalt. It's a bizarre remnant of an old tourism club from the 1920s, but today it marks the gateway to the Redwood Highway. This isolated route cuts directly through the heart of Southern Oregon's historic timber territory. This time we were headed about 30 miles south toward an area called Kerby to track down a legendary local landmark simply known as
It's a Burl. Where are y'all from?
Bend, Oregon.
Oh, nice. We just came from there. One of the most beautiful places I've been in the U.S., really, Bend.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Hey, how are you doing today?
How are you?
Good.
This is the owner's daughter, Sarah.
My mother is the official owner. And
Ah,
I
okay.
work for her. My husband and I and
Cool.
our crew,
Yeah.
we all work here. And my
Yeah.
parents started this when I was little. And then I
Very
met my
neat.
husband in Costa Rica, and he was doing the same kind of thing.
Pura vida.
Yeah. Pura
Nice.
vida.
Wow.
Yeah, he's from Nicaragua.
Cool.
So we lived in Nicaragua for a few years and we built a home down there and a yoga and massage studio.
Hablan mucho español,
Sí,
entonces.
yo hablo.
Sí, está bueno.
¿Usted
Sí.
también dónde aprendiste?
Bueno, en Virginia,
Ok.
digamos, pero también vivía en Argentina y España.
Oh, hablan muy hermosa en Argentina.
Costa Rica is such a wonderful country. It's like the U.S. but better in terms of quality of life. One thing I noticed that traveling in Costa Rica is the stark comparison of everybody just being really kind and nice and happy, and then coming back to the States and all of a sudden I'm seeing, maybe it's like a culture shock or something, but like more anger and tension and frustration and you know, just this different kind of mindset.
Right over here on the West Coast, it's a nice corner. Like,
Yeah,
It is.
nice.
It's weird because there's this history over here that they wanted to kind of become the state of Jefferson. What do you think about that, actually?
I thought it was hippies and rednecks.
It was both. Okay.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that. But
Okay.
I know, like, I listened to NPR growing up and they would always say, like, the state of Jefferson.
Right.
On NPR, they would, like, refer to our little corner of the world as that.
Okay.
And I always just thought it was that Northern California is not like the rest of California, and Southern Oregon's really not like the rest of Oregon. We're kind of similar to each other, so culturally and, like, geographically, it makes sense to be, like, our own independent state.
Like Portland is less similar to you are here than you would be similar to Crescent City or something.
More like
Northern-
Humboldt County.
Humboldt County.
Crescent City's influenced by the prison. It's a maximum security prison. And a lot of people who live there work at the prison. Yeah, like Humboldt, Ashland, Mount Shasta, like here, like all of this general geographic area of like very Southern Oregon and very Northern California.
Yeah. A whole wooden bicycle, that's wild. And wow, they know how to do some work with wood. And it's extra impressive when they use like various local woods, but especially redwood to make stuff. And next door, she runs a yoga studio. Wood everywhere. And over here is like what I was really least expecting to find here. There's a Masonic temple from 1907, just right beyond the boundaries of this place. This tree house is kind of in the center of everything. I've made it to the top. And it's been interesting to get a few different people's takes on the whole State of Jefferson thing. Some people have explained it as just kind of like a thing that maybe more conservative leaning people doing farming jobs wanted, but others have kind of described it as like farmers plus hippies. So having just been in more northern parts of Oregon just a few days ago, you can definitely feel quite a difference over here in southern Oregon. So I'm definitely going to keep investigating that a little bit as I continue driving south, but for now I'm just totally enjoying the vibe of this place. It's really beautiful. You kind of never know what you're going to find on the side of an American country road, really. I think it's lunchtime now.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Before we were just a little bit outside of this town. But they say there's a great place to get a sausage over here, so we're gonna try that out. It smells good. Wasn't expecting it to be so big. And I didn't realize what I was walking into. It looks like this is like a whole grocery store type operation. Oh, sorry, more like a butcher. So we're gonna do, what's your best sausage?
Probably like the Polish or the Hungarian.
I'll do one Polish and one Hungarian then, please.
Okay. And I will work any sauerkraut on your dog?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
$15.95 is going to ask if you want to add a tip.
Okay.
And then I'll let you tap swipe card over here.
I think it might be frozen. Sorry.
These have kind of been a pain in my bottom today.
How long y'all been open here? It's like a lot of history, right? Yeah.
Yeah. For at least a good 25, 30 years for this location.
Oh, okay.
And then down there, they just got through celebrating like 100 and something.
Oh, that's the older location down that way.
The one that's down that way.
Okay,
plant.
that way, okay.
Yeah.
It's our first time here.
Oh, well,
Thank you so much. Sausage. A lot of toppings over here. This is a local guy named Bradley, by the way. We met waiting in line, and since we were both seated outside, we thought we'd have a chat over lunch. Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Portland.
Oh, nice, okay.
But I came from up in the mountains outside Eureka, California. Yeah, it was beautiful up there. I loved it there, but
financially, I couldn't afford the taxes. We just have Social Security money that I scrounge up playing the guitar and stuff.
Oh, nice.
I got my Social Security started at 62 and I'm 74, right? They say, well, wait, it'll be a bigger check later.
Sure, but
They're hoping you're going to die. Shut up.
that's the math.
How does a congressman that makes a couple $100,000 a year come up with millions of dollars in these accounts? They are all rich. I don't care what party you're in. They're all crooked.
Over where you're from around Eureka, is that State of Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that still a thing out there? That initiative to kind of have their own state, or?
They'd like to, but they can't really get any of that done. I don't think, like San Francisco to me, they call it Northern California, Central California.
Central, right?
Northern is Eureka.
We're going to be visiting there for our very first time in just a few days.
A lot of people down south in San Francisco and south have never been up to Eureka. They really don't know what's there. I had a cabbie one time. I got lost in San Francisco, and he'd never been out of the city.
Wow.
His entire life.
Born there, stayed there.
And I said, "You've never been up north?" He said, "There's wild animals up there."
When I went in the hospital a few weeks ago, I thought they were going to kill me in there. No bath or shower, nothing. They don't even suggest it. And I look in the mirror, and I'm like a grease ball. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to take a shower. You're going to have to let me. So they had to monitor me while I did it. There's rules in the hospital. You can't just like get up and go to the bathroom.
Right.
You have to ring the bell and tell them I got to go to the bathroom. If you don't need to be taken, we had these discussions where I would end up saying something like, just leave me alone. I got my doctor to write on my thing in the computer that they weren't allowed to talk to me between 10 o'clock at night and 7 in the morning. So they couldn't come in and take my blood pressure every 2 hours.
As long as your insurance is covering it.
Yeah, well, actually, I got the feds covered. You can apply for poor people money.
That's separate from Medicare.
Yeah, completely separate. And you apply for it, and it lasts for 1 year, then you have to reapply.
That's a good thing,
It's
though.
a big, yeah, because I was in there for like 10 days.
Wow, that would be
I'd be a more
$100,000
than yeah, they would have got it all.
good place for a sausage. Well, I guess I kind of made a mistake. I thought I was going to the original Taylor's sausage. This is like a slightly newer one. This one's like 25 years old, the person working here said. But I mean, this place is really a vibe. Some game stuff over in the building that's just directly, well, you can see, connected to it. And it's also connected to some kind of pub. And just a little further down the road here, we are about to leave Oregon and enter the state of California. There's just this thing in our way. We can't seem to enter California. I always have really loved these signs they have when you're entering a new state. I just entered California, but now you can see I'm back in Oregon. But till now, we've seen a ton in the state of Oregon. It's been much more than I expected, to be honest. But what lies on the other side in Northern California? Welcome to California. First observation, there are tons of green forests on the other side in Oregon. In California, this one seems to have just all burnt up. And driving by all those burnt up trees, I wanted to stop and take a close-up look, but now I've really found myself in a very alive looking area. This is a little bog, but right next to it, you can see that there was clearly a fire sometime pretty recently here. There's still like the obvious charring on the trees, and well, I guess the local department came through and like cut these off because they were all burnt up on the top and stuff, but there's a lot of leftover blackness from burning. As an American based abroad over in Germany, you definitely hear about the California wildfires every single year. It's really interesting how there's like almost completely burnt trees next to completely green trees. Just a few miles into California, and I'm already seeing something I've never seen in my life. This is the pitcher plant, or Darlingtonia California in Latin, I think, something like that. Someone was joking that it feels like another planet across the border in California, but this kind of does actually. And you can't even really enter the state of California without talking about the gold rush. Right off the highway where I stopped, there's this little mining shaft, which was most likely for people trying to mine for gold. It was probably dug in the 1930s when the Great Depression was leading more people to come over to California out of desperation, trying to find something of value, so gold to make it through the hard times. But then everything we were looking at out of the car window just changed in the stroke of a second. These are some of the world's biggest trees, redwoods. And there's really just nothing else on earth anything like them. And in California, this isn't like an unusual thing you gotta go way deep in the forest searching for. This is just a road that everyday people are using all the time. These trees are lining it for miles. And today's extra special because it's my wife Ross's very first time ever seeing one of these trees. Oh my gosh. An even more massive one over here, just stuck up in the tree. Maybe you've watched some of my other videos, followed this channel for a while. You probably know I'm not really the spiritual or religious type guy so much, but standing next to a tree like this definitely feels like something connected to something bigger.
Oh, that's a toilet.
Unfortunately. And other than accidentally stepping into the toilet behind the massive redwood, what's your first impression?
Wow, amazing.
The biggest tree you've ever seen?
Yeah, definitely.
Then that room is up on the 3rd floor. We do have an elevator right down that middle hallway.
Sounds good.
All right, then you guys are all set.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Tsunami preparedness. Wow. Maybe one night's enough. This is pretty much your classic American motel, you could say. A little bit nicer than the standard motel, maybe classic highway side hotel, roadside hotel. Some of the stuff here looks like it's been here for quite a while. It seems comfortable enough for a short stay, basically quiet, just with the road right over here. And behind that, the Pacific Ocean. And there you can see, I guess it's kind of a tsunami wall. There's also a little island going there. And the thing about Crescent City is that they do actually have tsunamis here. They had a huge one in 1964. And apparently it actually just changed the whole shoreline of the city. So anyone who lived here before 1964 would have basically known a different city. Before it gets dark, we've got one more thing we want to see over here, right on the ocean, the way we're headed. But let me just point out how many little hotels, motels, etc. there are on this road. Things don't seem particularly busy here right now. But for whatever reason, that lighthouse inn that we're staying at was only about $70 US per night. And yeah, sure, it's definitely an older place. But for being in California, even if we're in Northern California, where it is known for being quite a bit cheaper, that's an absolutely amazing deal in my opinion. But there's a few little restaurants around, I guess mainly seafood like this one. And down this way, something very, very special and very, very Californian. And finally, my first sighting of one of these massive long beaches that you find all along the coast of California. So beautiful. But just up this way should be what we're looking for. Can you hear that? I can definitely smell it. A lot of people have heard about the sea lions in San Francisco, but it's not just San Francisco, it's all over the place in California. Apparently they actually used to live on that other dock over there, and then they kind of moved over this way in recent years. They do this all the time, I guess.
Where's sea lions, there's drama.
Yeah, sea lion drama. Imagine how loud humans must sound to them. Cars, honking, talking loud, boat motors. So, Southern Oregon, Northern California, at least the very northern tip of it. The state of Jefferson, not really sure about all that. Got a whole lot of different opinions on it today.
But the push to try to get a separate state recognized started back in the 1940s and kind of resurfaced in the 2010s. When put to a vote though, it was never successful. But what I really learned on this drive is that the state of Jefferson probably isn't a unified political map. To me, it seems more like a shared mindset of independence born out of a wild, volatile, and isolated landscape.
But as for the diversity of this place, it really only starts with the people. It goes far, far beyond that when it comes to the nature in both Southern Oregon and Northern California. I mean, from sea lions back to the redwoods, to other tall trees, to places that suffer from forest fires and interesting little towns in between. It's been a really interesting journey, but the truth is, it's just getting started now that I've entered California. What you looking for? California cat.